Here's the top 5 podcast advertising platforms you need to know about. But first of all, we should probably ask, why do we need a platform? Well, we need one for reach, targeting, and to save a ton of time. We don't want to go down to every podcaster and ask them if we can advertise on their show. Although this is commonly done, we want to leverage a platform to do this very easily, quickly, and maximize our chances of success. So let's go through them all. Number 1, first off, there's SpotsNow. This is the place to start because you can find last-minute open ad spots that fit your target demographic quickly. You can do host-read ads, so you can leverage that influence that sells so well in this advertising medium, and you can scale up from there. So you start off, run your test, find your audience, and then you can look elsewhere at other podcasts you can scale. Second off, there's Spotify. Now, we've all heard of Spotify. Spotify's ad platform is very programmatic centric, meaning that you can run an ad and it can be pre-produced. So you're going to have to pre-record the ad, and then you're going to say, I want to target this audience in this location, and you can let it run. This is incredible for reach. But with Spotify, you can also advertise on music as well. Thirdly, there's Acast. Acast has a wide selection of shows. It's programmatic, meaning that you can go and you can target your desired audience very easily, and it's global as well. So if you want to target people in Australia, the UK, and the US, it's very easy with the Acast. Number 4 is Audiohook. Now, this as well is a programmatic ad platform that gives you lots of variety. Now, Audiohook's well known for targeting very niche audiences with pre-produced programmatic ads. Again, you need to pre-record them, you select your audience that you want to target, and you let it rip. Number 5 is SiriusXM. So what's SiriusXM? Well, they're a big podcast network, and they actually have some of the big celebrity type podcasts that you may want to target if you want to get endorsed at high levels from, very influential, culturally relevant people. The likes of Conan O'Brien or Crime Junkie, a part of their inventory. This can be exceptionally high impact, but it also comes with a pretty high price tag. All in all, we suggest start with SpotsNow, get your last minute, low cost test campaigns off the ground, get some early insights, set up your tracking, and then look for how you can scale this reach globally. And so after this, you can look at other programmatic platforms like Audiohook or, even your SiriusXM once you get some runs on the board. But don't overspend too early. Start small. Test like you always should in marketing. Okay, so we've been through the top 5, but what about podcast networks? If you've heard of a podcast network, they're really interesting. They're a collection of highly niche shows typically, or they can be quite a wide array of shows that you could go and target. They're typically lower priced and they're managed by a company. These can be an awesome experience to get new tests off the ground and get their assistance leveraging some of their shows. Last of all, what about agencies? Well, agencies are fantastic. In fact, agencies really know what they're doing in this industry, and they represent some of the biggest brands that you've heard of on podcast ads. The only downside with agencies is typically you have to drop at least $50K, and in some cases, $200K for your first test campaign, and you might get locked into a 6-month campaign. Therefore, you really want to start small. Use something like SpotsNow where you can get heavy guidance and then look to scale up, whether that's with an agency or a really great network that can give you global coverage.